Magnesium, potassium, and sodium. You're going to hear me talk about that many times. This is very important, especially when you're first starting on a ketogenic journey. You might lose electrolytes. You might get an electrolyte imbalance, and it is absolutely necessary, if you want my opinion, to supplement with magnesium, potassium, and sodium. But we can also get it through our food. Now, there's the common misconception that if you don't eat bananas, you don't get magnesium. But guess what? There's so many other foods that are rich in magnesium that you can incorporate in your ketogenic diet. In this video, I'm going to present 6 magnesium-rich, keto-approved foods that you should incorporate in your diet as they're presented on Healthline, and make sure you stay until the end because I have one that you're not going to be expecting. Magnesium is a very important mineral that we need in our body, and I quote, "It is involved in hundreds of chemical reactions in your body and it helps you maintain a good health." But many people don't reach the reference daily intake of just 400 milligrams a day. Now, when you're on keto, I do suggest you up that count. 400 milligrams might be okay for a daily count when you're on a standard American or SAD diet, but when you're first starting on keto, when you're flushing out all the water in your body, then you are missing out on a lot of the electrolytes. So I suggest we go anywhere between 600 and 800 milligrams. Let's jump directly into number 1 and a keto staple. I mean, you see it everywhere, and that is the keto humble avocado. An avocado can provide anywhere from 70 to 100 milligrams of magnesium daily. Not only is it a high source of magnesium, but it is also packed with healthy fats that we want on a ketogenic diet, and it also helps with the intake of fiber. In fact, 13 of the 17 grams of carbohydrates that come in an avocado are fiber. And to top it all off, studies have shown that the humble avocado can also reduce inflammation and control cholesterol levels. Number 2, nuts. Now, nuts, and specifically almonds, are very commonly used on the ketogenic diet. Almonds, cashew, and Brazil nuts are high in magnesium, and specifically, 1 ounce of cashews contains 82 milligrams of magnesium, and Brazil nuts are also high in selenium. In fact, as Healthline says, only 2 Brazil nuts give you 100% of your daily selenium intake. Nuts are not only a great source of magnesium, but they can also reduce appetite and help with heart health. And leaving our nuts behind, number 3, very close to that family, is seeds. Flax, pumpkin, and chia seeds contain high amounts of magnesium. In fact, 1 ounce of flax seeds or pumpkin seeds contains a whopping 120 to 140 milligrams of magnesium. Seeds are also rich in iron, monosaturated fats, and omega-3 fatty acids, all which are great on the ketogenic diet. And they're also extremely high in fiber. Nearly all the carbohydrate count from seeds actually comes from fiber. Number 4, fatty fish, and my favorite, salmon. Half a fillet of salmon, roughly 180 grams, contains 53 milligrams of magnesium. And believe it or not, a can of tuna can go anywhere from 65 to 80 milligrams of magnesium. In addition to that, fatty fish are also rich in potassium, selenium, and B vitamins. Not to mention the high amounts of omega-3s, which are very welcome on a ketogenic diet. Before we move on to the next high magnesium food, let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, come on, let's make sure it's not the last. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every single time I make a new video for you. And please feel free to ask me anything you want down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of your questions. Number 5, leafy greens. Now, besides being extremely healthy, many leafy greens are loaded with magnesium. Remember, because the magnesium is found in the chlorophyll, which gives it its green color, I want you to go, the darker, the greener, the better. For example, if you take spinach, and I'd rather you have spinach cooked, it is a very high source of magnesium. In fact, I think that only between 2 or 3 cups of cooked spinach gives you your daily intake for magnesium. In addition, they're very rich in iron, and then they're very rich in vitamin A, K, and C, which are all absolutely necessary for our body. Now, the ketogenic diet is wrongfully viewed as a carnivore diet by many because we do not just eat meat and butter. Of course, there is a beef and butter fast, and of course, you can go on a carnivore diet. But in general, on the ketogenic diet, most of the carbs that come from your diet should come from vegetables and leafy greens. And if you actually follow that rule, then you will be on a diet that is rich in magnesium. Let's wrap up with number 6 before I tell you my secret high magnesium food. Number 6, and a vegan vegetarian favorite, is tofu. Now, tofu is known to be high in protein, but not only because tofu can give us a rich amount of magnesium. Tofu is very well known in the vegetarian community as a substitute for the protein, but what you didn't know is that only 100 grams of tofu can give us 53 milligrams of magnesium. It's also a great source for calcium, iron, and selenium. And just a little fun fact here, some studies have shown that tofu may protect the cells lining your arteries and reduce the risk of stomach cancer. And my bonus high magnesium food that you can have not freely, but calculated on a ketogenic diet is dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is very rich in magnesium. For example, 1 ounce of dark chocolate contains 64 milligrams of magnesium. Dark chocolate is also loaded with antioxidants, and it is high in iron and copper. Now, when on a ketogenic diet, make sure your dark chocolate is at least 80% cacao. And remember, the higher, the more bitter, the better. Now, if you have gotten any value out of this video, I will kindly ask you to press the thumbs up button, as this helps YouTube take this content and push it out to more people that need it, just like you. So there you have it, my 6+1 keto approved high magnesium foods. And as always, chin up, or you know by now, the crown slips.